Good evening, everyone. Thank you for watching tonight on this episode of Empire Builder. Tonight's topic is best in the world. And it's something that's really part of what John and I have been doing for many years, as one of our visions for our companies is to be the best in the world. And personally, it's what's driven me for a number of years. So I really appreciate you watching tonight. Have you ever wanted to be number one at something? Have you wanted to be the best? Have you wanted to win a trophy? And I mean not a participation trophy. I mean a trophy for being the best at something, for winning something, for putting the work in and seeing the result that it requires to get it done and be recognized. And that's what I wanted to talk about tonight, about what drives me to be the best in the world, in business, personally, and, in everything I do. And I'm not going to say it's not easy. You have some days where you feel like you're just getting kicked around. You got absolutely no control. But you got to kick yourself in the backside, get yourself back on track, and say, how do I get myself to my goal, my main goal for whatever it is? And if you know me personally, you know this story of that. I was lucky enough and worked hard enough to get a scholarship to play basketball in college. And nobody thought I was going to do that. I'm not tall, I'm not strong, but I worked my butt off. I was able to surround myself with great competition, and I put the hours in, and I did not let anybody take that away from me. And what happened when I went to college is, unfortunately, I became injured and I couldn't play anymore. So that dream was taken away, and that's put this passion inside me to, I think, almost make up for it, because I didn't get the chance to fully see that through in college. And that I take out now in my daily routines, in my work, and anything else I do. I'm a competitive person. And in anything I do. Anybody I help, any business I work with, I want to help them to become the best that they could be. So, it can be painful at times to go through this process. People are going to question what you do, how you do it. They're going to tell you you cannot get it done, usually because they're the people that are sitting there not taking their own action. But it's a painful process in trying to be the best in the world. But I'm going to tell you, it's so worth it. It could be exhausting mentally and physically. I was in 4 different hotels in 10 days, I think, in the last 2 weeks. But it was exhausting, but it was really so rewarding, meeting with great business owners that have visions for their companies, for taking care of their clients and patients like no other, and providing a service that really sets them apart. So, self-doubt is always going to kick in, okay? Nobody has this lick 24/7. But I am not a believer in this fake it until you make it stuff. There's plenty of people out there that talk a great game, but they don't have the ability to back it up, right? It's about the experience, it's about the hard work. You cannot underestimate experience and hard work and bringing that to the table for our clients. So it's something that I believe you really have to be careful of in today's society. You could go on social media, there's experts in everything. Well, you got to educate yourself first, and then you have to get experience, and you have to fail at things in order to be experienced. Because if you've never failed, you don't know what it's like to truly test the waters and grow to the next level. So I'm not a believer in that, fake certain things and pretend about them until you make it. I've worked very hard in my companies, and the ones I have with John, we've really put it in there to say, we've really done this. We've accomplished this. So if someone wants to question what we've done, I can tell you, we've powered through in a certain way. So good evening, Paul, Jeremy, Jason. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody's comments, your messages, your emails, your texts. Thank you so much. It's been great information for me to be getting so much feedback from people. And I really appreciate your time, because your time is the most valuable thing, taking a minute or two and watching what we're doing. So, you know, what really has set me apart is how I became a true CEO. And I mean a true CEO of my company and John at 42 years old. And it's something that I am really, really proud of. Could have done that, could have sat back and had a lot of free time, but you know what? I'm going to tell you, it got stressful. It became boring, actually, at times, to not be pushing myself. So I had to get myself back in there. Good evening, Terry. Thank you for watching. And I'm sure AJ or Gianna is there also. So becoming a true CEO is something that I'm really proud of. In running the business, I don't see patients on a regular basis. I still do for keeping my skills up when someone's on vacation or maternity leave, but it's allowed the vision of what I want to do for my business, our new coaching and consulting company. That is the one we also want to be the best in the world at. So really, in any business we want, my real estate company, Westminster Eye Care, and Uppercut, it's really what drives me. I want to be the best. I want to win the trophy, the first place trophy. I don't want a participation trophy. I'm not one of those people. And I know it's harsh at times, but I've powered through this journey, and the journey is really what has set us apart. I mean, I've worked every position in our office from the beginning. You know, John and I used to stay there at night and did our own billing. We have literally fixed things and things in real estate, and toilets, and relighting boilers, and all these various things, right? You have to go through those things to experience them from the bottom, and then you work your way up to the point of where you could financially afford to delegate and expand your company. But I think what you need to do is build that experience so people know that you've been through it. You know, I could still walk through the office and someone has a billing question, and I'm right on top of it because I keep studying things. It's not like I learned it years ago and then I forgot about it and I just took it for granted, right? You have to keep up with things. You have to keep pushing limits and learn new things to expand, because if you want to be the best in the world, you have to keep learning. So you have to take that experience in doing every job you in the past to heart, and it builds a great trust in my coworkers that they know that I'm in that position, I've been in that position, and we just have this mutual respect for things, and it really builds a great culture in our office. So I would also say that 99% of the people are going to tell you you cannot do it. 99%. And you know why? Because you're trying to set yourself apart to be the top 1%. You're not trying to be second, third, 50th, 60th, right? You want to be the best. Everybody has this competitive nature inside them. You know, you got to figure out how to tap that competitive nature inside you and how to bring it out in your business and in your personal life. You know, I have really high, lofty goals. I do. And I know that I can attain them. But I can only attain them by staying focused and building things with a group of people and collaborating with great minds. And that's what it's really about. That's the way to take yourself to the next level. Learn from others. Surround yourself with more successful people than yourself. And that's how you will get to the next level. So again, I just want to thank everybody for their time and their questions and their messages. Please share this out. And I really enjoy you guys watching. And again, if you want to be the best in the world, if you want to win the trophy, you have to take the time. It is going to be painful and exhausting to get through that journey. But I'm going to tell you, at the end, it's all worth it to be able to be your own boss, your own CEO, to run your company, to take people's lives and help them accomplish their goals, to set yourself apart, to be in the top 1%. So, good evening, Judy, Dora, Chris, thank you for watching. And I want you guys to have a great week. Go build your empire. make it a great one. Thank you.